So, full disclosure, this is like the fifth time I've recorded this video. Oh boy. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Arrows here, and as you saw in the fun little thing we had before the intro, this is the fifth time I've recorded this deck because I forgot two cards in the list when we recorded the first time. My gosh. Okay. And then I forgot more cards. But here we go. This is the fifth time I'm telling you this. We are looking at the colors of Whispers in the Well. We have done Amber, Amethyst, Emerald, and Ruby so far. This is number 5. I just John Cena. We're talking about Sapphire. And now, before I became an Amethyst a Steel guy, I was huge on Sapphire Steel. So I'm really excited for those. These are probably the two colors that I'm the most excited for from this set. Amethyst and Amber were all really excited for them too, and Ruby's really strong. But these are the two colors that I'm looking forward to talking about the most because I think I might be able to go back to playing some kind of item deck with Sapphire Steel detectives item things. I'm super freaking excited. So let's get into the color. For the fifth time, we're going to start with the Sultan. And like I said in the other videos that we tried recording and realizing we forgot cards, this, to me, this card is like 3 years too late. It's a 1 cost quest for 2 on a 1/1. Back in set 1, set 2, this card would have been amazing. There were less ways to get rid of characters in the early game. You would have gotten like 6 lore out of this thing easily with a bodyguard. Doing this with Lilo and Amber Sapphire, playing Lilo, playing Simba, playing this. So good. So good. And then ramping, fantastic. Unfortunately, this is not set 1, set 2, this is set 10. And there are many ways to take this off the field really quickly. So honestly, there are better spots to play in the 1-drop. This style of aggro is long dead. Now we're into like, you have stuff like Daisy and Lady and the Tramp cards. That is how aggro goes now. Or Nala's, Tiana's. That is how aggro goes. It's aggro that's not so glass cannon-y, except for the dogs. They're pretty glass cannon. But it's aggro that has ways to work around when their boards are broken. And this is definitely not one of those cards. Now, if you pull this in your pack rush or your sealed, or your draft, 100% play it. Fantastic card in those formats because it's more condensed and thus it is harder to take out. Tricky is the first card we have talked about with the new keyword alert. Alert is just a fancy way of making it so pseudo evasives cannot be abused with Dumbo's second ability. It takes the ability of being evasive on your turn, wraps it up into a nice little keyword that only lets characters challenge as if they had evasive. Meaning, you can't tap Cricky with Dumbo to draw a card and gain a lore. No. But it is what it is. This is pretty much what you would see on a pseudo-evasive anyway, so we'll grade it as that. It's slightly worse than the old ones because you can't abuse it with Dumbo, but it's still a pretty solid way to take some of those evasive threats off the board. 3 will crash you into Dumbo, which is always good. We have, I'm pretty sure, I'm 98% sure, somebody look this up and let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. That this is the first, that this set has the first Daisy Ducks for this color. Look that up. I'm 98% sure. I cannot think of another set that has had a Sapphire Daisy Duck. There's been Emerald, Pirates, and obviously Amber. Maybe Amethyst. I don't think Amethyst had one either. Or Steel. There is a couple. There's at least one Ruby. Yeah, I think this might be the first. I think this might be the first set, the first Daisy Ducks for the Sapphire color, which is really cool. She's a detective. This is a theme now in the set, detectives, and honestly, I think it's a potentially really strong theme. I feel like detectives are going to be like the Swiss Army knife of Sapphire Steel, they're going to have the ability to have a bunch of different things that they can do. They're going to be like one of those jack of all trades themes, and but yet master of none, which I'm actually really excited for. I'm so excited that I'm losing my train of thought. But Daisy is a 2/3 that quest for 1 on a 2-drop that has support. We love support. Being able to give a character's power to another, give this character's power to another character, means that you're going to be able to challenge into some stronger stuff potentially earlier. There's a lot of resist in this detective theme, which is super exciting in these colors, Sapphire and Steel. I think this is a must have if you're playing detectives. I am really excited to play detectives. I'm hoping that I can pull a lot of detective stuff out of the set. I think detectives has a very high potential in this set, in this format. So really excited. Daisy, real good. Also, that is probably, I don't like the Whisper characters epics, but I do love this one. Fantastic. This kind of bothers me, but I understand why. I hope it's why. I think it's why. Henwin is the only Black Cauldron character that is not Amethyst or Amber. And I feel like they did that so you just can't sit there and constantly abuse it with Terran's ability to get it back, and the Horn King's ability that when a card comes out of the discard pile, you can quest for 3 instead of 2. But I also like the thing is because Henwin's abilities in the movie are more into what Sapphire has done in the past, being able to look at their cards and rearrange their order. So this Henwin is a 2-cost, 1/4, which is a really strong stat line for its ability. Whenever this character quests, look at the top card of your deck, put it either on the top or the bottom of your deck. This is a good card. 1/4 on a 2-drop. This would be so much better if it was a 1-drop, but I don't think it'd be uninkable, and it probably would not have this ability to the extent that it does. It'd be like an on-play ability. It'll be pretty solid. But every time it quests, you get to look at the top card. If you don't want that card, put it on the bottom of your deck. It really helps, keep your bad draws or cards you don't want right away down to a minimum. Really good card. Then we have Sapphire is getting a bunch of its ink ramping back, which is phenomenal to me. Generic ink ramping, I should say, not like stuff that's tied to like dual colors or specific things. Ichabod Crane is a 2-cost, 0/2. Quest for 2, uncommon, by the way. This definitely feels like it should have been a rare. I'm not complaining, but it definitely feels like it should have been a rare. It has the ability Chilling Tail. Whenever this character is banished, you may put this card into your Inkwell face down and exerted. Yes, this is Grammatala. Yes, it is a bit slower, but it quests for 2. So if your opponent leaves it on the board, it's going to quest for 2. If they don't want to ramp you on their turn, it's going to quest for 2. Can't say no to that. And if they do, you get to ramp. Good card. Good card is good. This Pluto is also really good. Detective have some strong ally support as well. This Pluto is one of them. He is a 2-cost, 2/2, quest for 1, and he has the ability On the Trail. If you have a detective character, when you tap Pluto, you can return an item card from your discard to your hand. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck. Really good. There's a lot of really good items that are coming out in this set. And I think detectives are going to play really well with those items, which means you could see like the return of Tamatoa, the 6-drop, or Scrooge from set 7. So I'm really excited to see what this color combination does. I'm so pumped for it. This is a really good card. This is a strong card for detectives, being able to recycle your items. Because we're going to talk about a Judy Hopps here in a second. But first, we're going to talk about Mr. Fergus McDuck. I don't do a good Scottish accent. I don't know why I tried. He's a 3-cost, 3/2, quest for 2. Has the ability Toughen Up. Whenever you play this character, chosen character of yours gains ward until the start of your next turn. This is actually really good because there's a lot less multi-person damage cards in the game right now. Yes, we just got some new ones. We're getting some new ones. This is still really good. Giving something ward on a 2-cost is pretty solid. On a 2-quester is pretty solid. Will it see play? Probably not, but it is pretty solid. Talking about items. Now, this is a bad character to talk about this with because it is, in fact, something that puts it into well. But this Judy Hopps is really good. It's a 3-cost, 4/3. When When you play this character, if you have another detective character in play, you may put chosen item into its player's inkwell face down and exerted. Now, on the first like 3 times I recorded this video, I was like, well, this is only really going to work for your characters. But then I remembered a red card exists called Medallion Weights, and it is starting to see a lot of play. Purple, Amethyst, Ruby has been seeing a slow spike in play, and Medallion Weights make it really, really powerful. Ruby Steel Challenge has been running Medallion Weights, makes it really, really powerful. So being able to banish those Medallion Weights before your opponent can really get off the ground with them is phenomenal. Yes, you give them an ink, but honestly, those decks have that. The challenge deck, for example, has an issue with inking. So being able to, it's probably not going to hurt you that much to give them an extra ink, but you are getting rid of a insanely powerful card in Medallion Weights. And there's a bunch of other items that are coming out as well that this card will work really, really well. Or you can banish your own items and ramp yourself, which is also really good. We have our first Whisper for this set, for this color, and I'm very happy that I said Whisper and not Glimmer, because in the first 5 videos, I said Glimmer. And in the first 5 times recording this video, I said Glimmer. Kristoff is really, really good. Kristoff is like, I might do a tier list video of the Whisper cards. I would like to give you my full thoughts on them just against each other. Kristoff is amazing. He's a 3-cost, 2/3, quest for 2, boost for 1. So you only have to pay 1 to put the top card of your deck underneath him, face down. And then whenever this character quests, if there's a card under him, top card of your deck into your inkwell, face down, and exerted. This is a very good card. He ramps you, blind ramps you whenever he quests. That is real good. Real good. I like that. We have a new Li Shang. He's a 2/4 generic. Not really good in Core Constructor or Infinity, but if you want to pull him in Pack Rush, really good stat line for a good cost. Detective Mickey is back. He is our other reprint for the set. Honestly, if you would made a set with detectives and you didn't reprint Detective Mickey, I would have cried. I actually think I like his new art better than his old art. He looks very like action oriented in his art. Same effect as always. When you play this character, you put the top card of your deck into your well face down and exerted. Just a really good card. Just a really good ramp in a body for Sapphire. We have a new Anna that I think might see some play in princesses in like a one of. It pairs really, really well with the princess mini we got in set 8 and set 9 that banishes an exerted character when she quests with 5 or more. Also has support. Whenever she's a 2-cost, she's a 4-cost, 3-cost if you quest with Aurora, holding court, 4/3, quest for 2, and has support. So she's a 4-cost support, which is amazing. So, and really helps out, like, if you want to banish stuff with Mini or World's Greatest Criminal Mind, or you want to give one of your princesses a huge power. This is really good with the Alice, if you wanted to run an Alice support package in your princesses to quest for insane amounts of damage with insane amounts of lore with Alice. Really good card. Really good card. Love it. Our first legendary for this set is also amazing. It is Cinderella Dream Come True. It's an uninkable 4-cost, which is fine. Its effect more than makes up for it. It's a 2/3, and it has the ability whatever you wish for. At the end of your turn, if you played a princess, which if you're playing princesses, you're more than likely going to play a princess. Princess character this turn, you may put a card from your hand into your inkwell face down to draw a card. Phenomenal. This is such a good card. This is a must-have for princesses. Even if you're just running the princess package in Sapphire, but you're running other things, this is still a must-have in that deck. Really strong card. Love it. I love it. Then we have another Ichabod. I love that the Ichabods are all about ramping. I think that's really cool. Ichabod Crane Bookish Schoolmaster is a 4-cost 2/4 quest for 2, and it has the ability Well Read. Whenever this character quests, if you played a character with cost 5 or more this turn, Put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. Honestly, you probably won't use this very often, but in the times that you're playing a lot of heavier characters, especially since you're ramping, you can do it earlier and more often. You are definitely going to get good value out of it. Our second whisper for Sapphire is Jasmine, Soothing Princess. She is a 4-cost inkable 2/5, quests for 2, and then she's a boost 2, so you have to pay 2 to put something under her, but I think her effect definitely makes up for it. Whenever this character quests, if there's a card under her, remove up to 3 damage counters from each of your characters. This is really, really cool. You could honestly probably get away with running on one of her in detectives. She's a definite must-have for princesses. But like even in detectives, there's a bunch of stuff that gives resist. Being able to keep your characters alive longer, then play this in quest and heal them is really. This might be up there for my favorite whisper. We have a 4-cost Judy Hopps, and she very much runs like the 5-cost Mulan that came in Fabled before Detectives. She is a 4-cost 3/3 quest for 1, and her ability Thorough Investigation. When you play this character and whenever she quests, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal a detective character card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Really good. It cycles through cards, gets you cards in hand. Also, maybe potentially stops you from getting bad draws. So, like it. Not as much as we like this. This, in my opinion, is potentially the best ink champion in the set. We're, of course, talking about Daisy Duck, Sapphire champion. She's a 5/6, quest for 1, has the ability Stand Fast. Your Sapphire characters gain resist 1. And then also has the ability Look Ahead. Whenever one of your other Sapphire characters quests, you may look at the top card of your deck, put it on either the top or the bottom of your deck. This card is amazing. Being able to scry, if you're a Magic fan, and look at the top card of your deck, and if it's a bad card, put it on the bottom. Quest with another Sapphire character. Do the same, do it again until you get the draws you want. This is a very, very, very good card. I am so excited to see people use it. So good. We have a genie. He is a 4/7, 5-cost, 2 2 questing. Normally with these stat lines and a generic ability, I would say it's probably best in your pack rush, sealed, or your draft. But honestly, it's a detective. So you could run one of these in your detective deck, and it would get like, and because Sapphire, if you played Daisy, it'd get resist. You could crash into stuff with it. It's not a terrible idea. But honestly, other than that, pack rush. Same thing with this Rapunzel. There are better Rapunzels that you can run in your princesses. There are better cards that do this exact same thing. There is Sapphire Coil, which costs 1 less. Does it for 1 less. No, sorry. Sapphire Coil costs 3 less. And does 1 less power, but it's every time you ink, which is much better than that. Nice, awesome picture, though. Definitely not. I don't think it has a home in any either princess or sapphire. Same thing with this scar. This scar is I'm just not a fan. This is probably the worst um whisper card in this set. 5-cost uninkable 6/5 quest for 2. Boost 2, so you have to pay 2 to put them on to put the top card of your deck face down under the character. Survival of the fittest. Whenever you put a card under this character, chosen opposing character gets -5 this turn. There are better ways to do this that aren't going to cost you 2 ink every time you want to do it. Scar is Scuttle is another card that is probably better for sealed, pack rush, or draft, or whatever other format you want to play. He's a 5-cost, 5/5 that quest for 2. He has ward. Not the worst, but there are better options. Like this amazing card. This is probably tied with Hades and Rapunzel as my 3 favorite legendaries from the set. Cinderella and Demona and the 2 Emerald ones are very, very close behind. This card is amazing. It's a 6-cost, but it's a shift 4. For 4/6 that quest for 2, has support, which is fantastic, and has the ability Strange Happenings. While this character is exerted, cards enter opponent's inkwells exerted. This card is phenomenal. So good. So you play Daisy on turn 3, the detective one, the 2-drop. You play this on turn 4. You quest right off the bat. Your opponent's turn 4 is they're behind. They're behind. So you go first, you ink. Your opponent goes first, they ink. You go first, you ink. Your opponent inks, you're at 2-2. You go, you ink. If you haven't ramped already, which you could easily do, you play this on top of your Daisy, you quest right off the bat. Your opponent, if you do this on your turn, if you're able to do this on your turn 3, right off the bat, your opponent is struggling to keep up because everything they play has to come in exerted. So they have to get rid of this Daisy. But if they're not being able to do it on turns, you're putting them behind on what they can play. This is a very, very good card, like a very, very good card. Like you can play, you can go turn 1, play a card, turn 2, Daisy, turn. Can you put this out on turn 3? I don't think you can. I don't think you can, but it'd be great if you could. But even on turn 4, your opponent's turn 4. On your turn 4, you ink. You're at 4 ink. You play the Daisy. Your opponent goes to turn 4. They go to ink. That ink has to come in exerted. They're only working with 3 ink on their turn 4, 4 ink on their turn 5. It definitely puts your opponent behind. Such a good card. Easily up there, tied for like my favorite legendary. On arguably the best legendaries in the set. This new Judy Hopps is also really good. She's a shift 4, 6 cost, 6/4, quest for 2, and has the ability lateral thinking. During your turn, your detective characters gain alert, which means they can challenge evasives, and resist 2, which means they take 2 less damage. That if you're playing the Daisy, your Sapphire detectives will be resist 3 and will let you look at the top card of your deck, which is no, that won't work. That has to be one quest, not one. Really good card. Then we have Chef Louis, get another really great card for Pack Rush, Sealed, Raft, 6/8, quest for 3 on a 7-drop. Not much more I'll say there. Going into our items, we have Henwen's Vision. There are cards that do this better. Develop Your Brain at the 1-drop slot. Visions of the Future at the 2-drop slot. They're just better cards. I look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put one on top of your deck, put the rest at the bottom of your deck. Again, better cards out there. Promising Lead seems like it could be pretty good to me. It's a 2 cost. Chosen character gets +1 and gains support this turn. Whenever they quest, you may add their attack to another chosen characters this turn. This seems really, really good to me. Sudden Scare feels like it could be good. If you want to, there's like a really, really big threat on your opponent's side of the field, yes, you're gonna ramp them twice. But blue doesn't really have a lot of viable ways. Hold on. Blue doesn't have a lot of very viable ways to get characters off the field on their own. So you have to usually tie them to like purple or green or amethyst, steel, or green, emeralds. This is a pretty good card. You just have to really play around the drawback of those cards coming in inked of ramping your Spooky Sight, on the other hand, is a very good card. It is a 6 cost, uninkable, because honestly, if it was inkable or a song, it'd be incredibly broken. Put all characters with cost 3 or less into their player's inkwells face down and exerted. This is a really, I don't know if it's a 4 of really good card, but it is definitely a 2 or 3 of really good card. Being able to really set your opponent's board back is very strong. There are a ton of great cards, even at that in that 1, 2, 3 cost that people will be playing on later turns as well. You're playing Sapphire, so you can ramp, and you can play this as early as your like turn 5, turn 4, turn 5, depending on how you ramp. This is a really good card. Like being able to stop Hooks, Ravens, Calhouns, Madam Mims, Tianas, Dumbos. There's a lot of Nalas. There's a lot of fantastic things that this card hits. And if you're ramping with blue, you could have it out on your turn 4 very easily, which is insane. For songs, we got the one Might Solve a Mystery. The Amber has an equivalent called Or Rewrite History. This is probably the better of the two. Um, it's 4 cost, so a character with cost 4 or more can sing the song for free. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 1 character card and 1 item card. Put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Really good. Sapphire got some really strong items as well that work really, really well with this, including Detective's Badge. It's a 1 cost item. You can tap it and pay 1. Chosen character gains resist 1 and the detective classification until the start of your next turn. This is cool. If you want to challenge into stuff, you make something a detective, you already get an additional resist 2 from Judy Hopps. Fairy Godmother's one, I think we'll see a play of, at least in a one of, in Princess decks, Amber, Sapphire Princess decks. During your turn, whenever you put a card into your Inkwell, chosen Princess character of yours gains ward until the start of your next turn. Give Tiana ward. They're harder to take out. Give the new Cinderella ward. With Tiana in the field, make her harder to take out. It's a really good card. Ink Runner is also a very good card that I think you could probably get away with playing 4 of. It is Popsicle, but better. Not better, but with more. It's 2 cost, inkable, and it has pre-flight check. When you play this item, draw a card, but it also has Ready to Ride. You can tap it and pay 1, and chosen character gains alert this turn. They can challenge into evasive characters. This is a very, very good card. I think it's going to see a lot of play in items. Like, let's bring him back. We're bringing back the Scrooge. We're bringing back the Tamatoa. I think we got something going on here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how people run with it. This is another really good option for items. It's a 3 cost, but whenever your opponent draws a card during their turn, if it's the second card they've drawn this turn, you may put the top card of your deck into your Inkwell face down and exerted. This is honestly a really good way to ramp, because if you're playing against Blurple or anything with Amethyst in it, they're going to draw cards. They draw a lot of cards. That is what Amethyst does. Amethyst has card draw coming nonstop. If it's your second card, you're going to get to ink the top card of your deck on your opponent's turn, exerted. Which means when it comes back to your turn, you're going to have access to that ink. Whereas most of the other inking that Sapphire does when it comes in exerted is done on your turn. This is a very good card, and I would definitely implore you to try 1 of in your Sapphire builds. I don't think it's a 4 of, but like a 1 or a 2 of. It could see some really good action at it. Then we have one song, is the Castle of the Horn King, Bastion of Evil. It's a 1 cost, which is cool. It is a 1 to move and a 5 defense, which is respectable on a 1 cost. That's actually. And then once during your turn, whenever a character quests while here, you may ready a chosen item. So that is Sapphire. Is this the best location? I still think the best new location we've gotten is the green one. I cannot remember the name for the life, but this is also pretty solid. But that is Sapphire. I definitely think Sapphire got like I feel like Sapphire and Amber so far have gotten like the most like cool new stuff. We have an entire new archetype here in Detectives that honestly looks like it could be pretty good. We got a lot of ramp back for Sapphire, which is fantastic. It's what it desperately needed. I am super duper excited to see what this game is gonna, what this deck. Well, I'm excited to see what Detectives do. Like this Daisy on turn 3 into this Daisy on turn 4 is amazing. So I'm super excited to see what it does. This Judy Hopps, you played super early. You can play this Judy Hopps on your turn 3. Play this Judy Hopps on your turn 4. Just a lot of good stuff for Sapphire. Kristoff and Jasmine are fantastic. Scar is meh. But yeah, no, like, and Daisy Sapphire Champion might be single-handedly the best of the 6 champions. Really excited to do one more. We have one more of these left, and that is of course the steel type. So yeah, if you like this video and you haven't checked out the other ones, they will all be linked in the description below for you. What are you guys thinking about the reveals? What are you guys thinking about the set as a whole? Are you more excited for this than you were for Fabled? Let me know. And also, if you know if there's a daisy in every color, please let me know, because I can't think of a steel one. I know there's a ton of emeralds because they're all pirates, or two, at least two in emerald because they're pirates. There's three in Sapphire, Donald's Date, the Musketeer, and just the generic one. There's at least one in Emerald, the Spy. There's at least one in Ruby. There is it's just the generic one. I don't know if there's one in Amethyst and Steel, and now we have them in Sapphire. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell, go out and play some Lorcana because it's getting good. And as always, friends, stay safe out there, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.